terrain.
Do nothing about it. You'll have to recover when it gives you a terrain.
Caution, terrain.
God, you
Caution, terrain. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Terrain, set max thrust.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Right. There's a couple of stories in one The Sun, and it's pretty much duplicated in the Star. I'm just going to look at the Sun because there's a little bit more detail. Basically, there's absolutely no new information here. It's just about the post-it notes, but instead the newspapers are actually doing changing it to a pro-Letby piece, talking about the notes and the diaries, and they've got some quotes from Professor Richard Gill. And I know these notes and codes have been covered extensively, but I actually want to point out something that hasn't quite been emphasised, I don't feel. So what Professor Richard Gill was saying is that those long days happened. So basically, the police had found in the diary, it said long days for the LD for on days that babies had died. And Richard Gill was saying, correctly so, you know, these long days happen to coincide with the deaths of twins, so what? It shows that she's often there when babies die because she worked such long hours because the unit was short-staffed. Well, I actually am going to flip it and say, well, look at it this way. The fact that the deaths coincided with her long days just goes to show you, or just goes to show the police, that the pattern that they should be looking for is the pattern that has presented itself there is whoever's worked the most. And it tells you about it should be pointing the police in the direction of simply the fact that whoever's on shift the most is going to be the present for the most number of deaths, and it should in fact be exonerating her. The fact that she had long days on the days that babies died, well, that just makes it even more likely that makes it even less likely that there's any fault with her, and it's simply to do with the amount of time that she was on shift for. Do you see what I mean? And I don't think that point has really been grasped. But by people, you know, they're looking at it completely backwards. And just quickly, I want to show. I put this in posts, and speaking of spurious statistics or looking at statistics wrongly, I put this in posts, but not everyone gets to see these. So what I found out, it's just a joke, that on the days of the babies' deaths, there was a match with, rather than a nurse being on shift, there was a massive increase in flight diversions at Manchester Airport. So normally there would be up to, a high amount of disruption would be up to 50, but these were what they called black swan events. There were massive flight diversions for baby A, and babies C, D, E, I, O, and P, all over 190, and they were the apparent triggers. I don't know. I don't know if how true this data is, but it's basically on the lines of spurious correlations. I just thought I would show people that. Okay.